special night as we celebrate the annual State of Downtown address, highlighting the accomplishments as well as the future state of the downtown that we'd like to see right here in Michigan's downtown in the capital city.
At Choose Lansing, we represent the community for tourism, and we know that the downtown Lansing area is a key corridor for visitors, for people to come and experience our great community. We welcome over 6.7 million visitors to the entire Tri-County area, and many of them find opportunities along our riverfront, at Impression 5 Science Center, in the downtown corridor, along the riverfront with riverfront activation and events. There's just so much that visitors experience here and that the community experiences.
I care about downtown because it's an opportunity to bring Northwest, Southeast to a centralized location. I think that's an amazing opportunity. What we do with that will make the difference, right? There was a young guy in here talking about we need a rec center downtown. I 100% agree with that. You know, the more resources we put into downtown, kind of taking in consideration the broader Lansing community, the better the downtown will be. The more reason for the broader community to come to downtown. So that's what excites me. I'm excited about the possibility, and it seems like there's a lot of folks roaming in the direction of seeing a downtown thrive on behalf of the people of Lansing. And that's just not the downtown Lansing folks. That's folks from the north side, east side, south side, west side. And that excites me.
Okay, I will make this short, I promise. I'm Jenn Estill. I'm a small business owner right here in downtown Lansing. You can find me all at Nelson Gallery down the street. I also have the privilege of being the president of the Downtown Lansing Inc. Board of Directors. I know. I've got to say I love downtown Lansing, and some of you will understand, my livelihood is rooted here. Just like that of so many of my peers, and for generations of small businesses and entrepreneurs before me, we are tied to the health of this place and the vibrancy of this place. So I'm pretty proud to be able to talk to you today, and I promise to keep this short, but I have something to say. I told this to a coworker just yesterday, and it's a little bit of a proclamation, and I didn't let Cathleen approve my words, so she has no culpability. I'm gonna say right now, I'm prepared to spend my last breath making this neighborhood the best it can be, making downtown Lansing, Michigan's downtown, the best place to be. Aww. Thank you guys. I'm prepared to give my hours, my time, my energy, my voice. I'm gonna make that happen. And I will die on this hill just to prove naysayers wrong. All right, so we are gonna win. Downtown Lansing is going to be amazing, even more amazing than it is now. It is a great place to live. We have incredible potential. We have brilliant people and clear, compelling vision all through our community, downtown Lansing and beyond. We have all of the ingredients at our fingertips to make it work, and a lot of people in this town believe that that's true. So, for those of you who are with me, welcome to the 4th annual State of Downtown. Thank you for your belief, your volunteer time, and your support. For those of you who don't have nice things to say or belief in your heart, I don't know what to tell you. You'll come along eventually. But for everyone else, those who are ready to pitch in, to do the work, to see the vision and help make this city stronger, you found your people. They're right here in this room. And every time we have one of these events, you look around and you see the same folks who are putting in the work and coming up with ideas and making great things happen. So welcome, and we're happy that you're here. Okay. It's now my pleasure, of course, to introduce someone who knows firsthand what it means to lead through change. Here's what I think. I think being the mayor of a Rust Belt capital city cannot be easy. I feel like you have to be there 24/7. There's always too much to do, probably not enough time or resource, a lot of people with a lot of good ideas, and you have to manage all of that. Progress can probably feel maddeningly slow. But Mayor Andy Shore has continued to show up. He's done the hard things, he's done the boring behind-the-scenes things, he's made space for possibility, for imagination, and for big ideas. Lansing is moving forward because Andy has worked very, very hard. So please join me in welcoming a man I truly respect, Mayor Andy Shore. stuff out of your way.
Man, did someone record that?
Yeah. Nice things.
You said very nice things. We need like a TV commercial. Thank you all for coming tonight. There's one of the greatest problems we have is there is so much going on in this town. So I appreciate you deciding to spend your time here to hear about what's going on in our downtown. I did not script remarks because we probably couldn't cut it down. It took me a half an hour to do my State of the City. I'm not going to take that long. But there is so much going on in the downtown, and there is so much positivity, and it is because of you. And it's because of the hard workers on the DLI board, and it is so because of Kathleen and her team. So I am so appreciative of Cathleen Edgerly and the DLI staff and team. They are pushing hard every day. So thanks, Troy. If you haven't seen and you've walked around, there's shovels in the ground and there's cranes in the air. I walked down Grand and there was a huge hole where there's going to be a 28-story tower, and I was like, look, there's a hole in the ground. There is so much going on. We just did the groundbreaking for a new city hall, and that means we're going to have a new city hall. We're going to have 100 new affordable housing units. We're going to have 28 stories of a new tower. We're going to have an ovation where you can go see concerts in addition to this beautiful facility we're in now, right? I can keep going and going and going. You're talking about hundreds of people who are living downtown. You're talking about employees coming back to work downtown and living downtown. You're talking about all of the exciting things that we know are going to make this area just even more thriving. There is a lot going on now. I was at an event last night where the Speaker of the House said, I don't think there's a whole lot going on downtown. And I wanted to get up and I wanted to yell, you're wrong, and walk around and see it, check it out. It's, I almost swore. You almost got me to swear, especially if there's a camera out there. But I was really pissed because folks who are saying that don't understand. They don't understand how hard our business owners are working. They don't understand that people are choosing to come downtown. This is not just a state employee coming in and out. This is people choosing to come downtown and spend their time and their money here in our downtown. And there's so much more coming. So I continue to say Lansing's time is now, and I mean it. But I've added this year, the best is yet to come, and I mean that too. And again, it's because of all of you out here. But again, now I get to introduce, really, I am so proud of our DLI board for selecting years ago, Cathleen Edgerly. She has such passion. She has such drive. I have never seen somebody put so much blood, sweat, and tears into something. When Jenn talks about, to her last breath, I believe Jenn, and I know that Kathleen is fighting. She's fighting every day to help you, to help the businesses, to make sure the streets are plowed, to make sure that that everybody's got what they need in the downtown, to bring more capacity and more businesses to our downtown, to help out with the housing so that we're going to have people who are downtown. Kathleen lives this every day. She and I get together once a month, and we get to kind of complain to each other. So it's like a therapy session over any one of the businesses that have really good food here. But it is my distinct honor and pleasure to introduce Cathleen Edgerly.
Thank you, Mayor Shore. And good evening, everyone. I wanted to take just a moment because I've had some questions about the fact that I chose to wear our city and our downtown. And I bring it up because we have so many amazing and talented people and places who make up our downtown neighborhood, our downtown district, and our city. Tiffany Marie Luke, if you're not familiar with Lafitte Gallery, a downtown business, a local artist, a nationally and internationally acclaimed artist, it's a long story, I'll keep it brief. She created this, the art on my dress, and when she unveiled it to me as a surprise on Monday, she goes, I titled this dress, and I'm gonna share it after your stay at downtown, but I titled it Connecting the Pieces because that's what you do. But I would edit that just a bit to say that's what we do we do at DLI, we do as a downtown, we do as a city, right? We connect the pieces to cultivate a stronger and a sustainable and thriving downtown community as a whole. We connect with each other. We connect as neighbors. We connect with events. We connect with ideas. And we connect across our neighborhoods and our districts that call this city their home. So if you're not familiar, Lafitte Gallery is an amazing anchor business, a transformative space. She's about to launch a new merchandise line, so stay tuned for that. But then I'll get to the matter at hand, right? Thank you all for being here tonight as we speak about talent and the amazing people and places who make up our downtown. I do want to take a moment to thank the amazing people and places who made tonight and the work that we do possible. From our Downtown Lansing Inc. Board of Directors and the members that were able to join us here this evening, to my amazing DLI teammates. You inspire me each and every day. Thank you, Mayor Shore, members of council who couldn't join us tonight, our local and state elected leaders who pour their heart into the work they do, to Greywall Hall for hosting us here tonight, to providing tech support, our bartending support, to Midtown Brewing Company for the catering. If you have not eaten, I'm not Italian, I'm German and Irish, but please eat. That's like my love language. Please eat. Redhead for your creative assistance. Kata for helping make tonight's event possible. And thank you to each and every one of you. You being here tonight speaks volumes to your commitment and belief in Michigan's downtown. So tonight, we're here to talk about the current state of our downtown, where we're headed, and how, together, we're going to make downtown Lansing even stronger. When we talk about the current state of our downtown, the reality is it's complicated, right? We've experienced growth. We've welcomed 9 new businesses to our downtown community. We've celebrated creativity, energy, new events, momentum. Yet like many cities, especially capital cities, we've faced our share of challenges, of headwinds. We've had to say goodbye to some of our neighbors. We've faced various frustrations around my favorite and least favorite P word, which is parking, and whether there's too much or too little of it. It deserves a clap, because it's talked about all the time. We have empty spaces that haven't been maintained, or maybe they've been forgotten and ignored, as our vacancy rate on the first floor retail spaces continues to hover around 25%. And as a capital city, this is very important. We are one of 2 to 3 left in the nation who have not seen our daytime workers return in the volumes and the numbers that we anticipated years ago. And while some of our businesses have embraced extended hours into evenings and weekends, there's still work to be done to get those hours right. As together, our district faces, all of you have heard it, you may have said it, that the persistent perception of downtown Lansing is that it's a 9 to 5 place. Not a place to go in the evening, the weekends, a place for fun, to experience. We've seen frustrations voiced online in local media, some blaming our downtown businesses about return to work policies, threatening to boycott. This hurts. But it also shows how deeply people care. And care cultivates change. At Downtown Lansing Inc., we have not been immune to these challenges either. Like others, we've faced hard questions about trust, transparency, and our evolving role. And this scrutiny has had a long-lasting impact on our staff. With that said, with challenges comes clarity. These moments pushed us to listen more, to communicate, and recommit to our core mission more clearly. We've added new communication channels, whether it's one-on-one, in-person quarterly meetings with our downtown business owners, to refocus communication channels, monthly merchant meetings, and introducing a new Ask Me Anything office hours that'll be rolled out next month at the DLI offices. At DLI, we've upped our game in ensuring that we are a connector. We are a resource for our local merchants and our stakeholders. While our tasks, as outlined via city ordinance, may be limited to marketing, trash removal, snow removal. Thank you, Lake State, for being here tonight. Our role has grown out of sheer necessity. Today, we're more than caretakers. We're cheerleaders, we're champions, and we're connectors. We link businesses to resources, plan events, activate spaces, and elevate the people and places who call downtown Lansing their home. And while there's more to do, we have made real progress. Because we believe, and I know all of you here tonight believe that downtown Lansing really matters. As we're talking about our current state of downtown, remember, big and lasting change takes time. I am not a patient person by any means, but just a reminder, yes, we see the vacancies, but we also see the victories. Our 25% first floor vacancy rate is actually lower than it was at this time last year. Businesses like Graywell Hall that we're in here tonight, a novel concept, La Cocina Cubana, Veg Head, Tiny Bit of Wood, Sylvia's Sutzery across the street, Nubian, et cetera, and a growing list. They're joining places like Impressions 5 Science Center, LBC, Midtown Brewing Company, and Capital City Market, and welcoming customers into the evening hours and the weekends as well. And here's something you might not expect. After a year of compiling, analyzing placer data that monitors traffic in and out of the downtown community, calculates the number of unique visitors and sales information, I have to say, while we may long for the days and the traffic of 2019, the data collected by location and analytics shows that more unique visitors visited in downtown Lansing in 2024 than they did in 2018 and then again in 2019. That means more people are coming to downtown Lansing by choice. They want to be here, not just because business requires them to, and that's not just recovery. That's meaningful momentum, and that's progress. The shift is part of a larger story. In 2023, hopefully all of you remember we conducted a comprehensive market analysis that didn't measure just what is, or what was, in 2023 and 24, but what really could be. A downtown with housing available for all income levels and family structures. A downtown that transforms surface lots into vibrant, welcoming community spaces. A downtown that's more walkable, that's more welcoming, and more energized and alive. Let's be honest, progress is often slower than we would like. Development is complicated, but transformation is coming. And it's not just coming, it's happening right now today. And the next 36 months will prove it. I'm asking you to buckle up, be prepared for some dust, some detours, and yes, some change as well. Because the projects we've been dreaming of, the ones we've been talking about for years, are now taking shape. And at DLI, we are going to go through them right along with you. Our friends at Choose Lansing have compiled the list, a snapshot of the investments coming to not just downtown Lansing, but also the region. And the team at Gillespie Group and other local developers and partners have also built on that list, highlighting major property improvements underway, taking places in and around downtown Lansing, our community. Hopefully you all received that handout when you arrived. And believe me, these aren't just pipe dreams. These are shovel in the ground, contracts are signed, construction has started, projects. So I'd like to invite some neighbors to join me in talking about what they are seeing and doing for downtown. First, I'd like to invite Julie Pinkston from Choose Lansing to share the stage and talk more about the list that she created. A snapshot, again, of those projects already transforming downtown and the greater Lansing region. Please help me in welcoming Julie Pinkston to the stage.
All right, well, hello everyone, and thank you, Kathleen. Thank you for having me here today. I'm really happy to give an update on how tourism really connects to this downtown, and it's pretty much everything that we do. So if you're not familiar, at Choose Lansing, we do represent the Tri-County region for tourism. And so we have more visitors that come here than most people would think. One time I was speaking to a group of 5th graders, and I asked them, how many people do you think come to our area in a year? And they're like, one boy, 1,000 people. And I said, so close. But it is 6.7 million visitors come to this community. And the most important thing is they spend $750 million while they're here, $732 million. So we work really hard to bring those visitors here. A lot is through a variety of messaging that we do. So from promoting that Impression 5 has a #1 ranking in the country of the best science center. That's a great story. To the impressive river trail and riverfront activations that's happening, and to the exciting performances that happen right here at Gray Wall Hall. We have plenty of stories to tell around this community. We also connect with meeting and convention planners to bring impactful events, and also through our sports commission to bring a variety of national level sporting events here as well. Our team sells the future. We are booking events in 2030. We are booking events in 2028 every day. And so that is the origination of the list. I wish to all things that I could come up with a better name, but the list has stuck. So what happened is I was looking out my window along Michigan Avenue one day, just knowing that all this was coming, and I think it was raining. I think it was just a Monday probably, and I thought, if we could just get the story out of everything that's coming. It's not here yet, but it's coming. And we sell the future, and my mind started turning, so I put it all on this piece of paper. I had to flip over the piece of paper because there were so many things coming. So then I chunked it out, I actually typed it out by years and when things were happening, and it was all in this window of opportunity of when we book and try to bring visitors for events here. So then it became something our team was using and they wanted. So you do have now this very fancy, fun handout that came at the door, which is the list of everything that's coming. We tried to pinpoint that to be things that were visitor facing, but what's visitor facing is community facing. We all want these things. We all want our zoo to have new attractions and new buildings that are renovated. We want Michigan Avenue to be transformed and have a better entry into our community. So the list is now actually on the handout you have. The orange QR code is housed on our website, and we are updating that about every week because there's always something new to update, and we're going to check off, this is done, we did this is what's next. So feel free to share it, feel free to use it. People come to this community for all sorts of reasons, and they kind of blend in. Our tourists don't stand out like in Traverse City where you see a whole pack of them with bags and shopping and things that they're doing. But we have a philosophy here in Lansing of being welcoming to all. And we know that our downtown really does provide that warm welcome and the first experience that many people have ever with our community. So I really want to remind you all that when you see a family and they're dressed up in matching wrestling gear walking into the peanut shop, well, they just might be from Iowa and they're here for a national level wrestling event at the Lansing Center. Or if you see a business professional and she's carrying an art purchase out of Lansing's Nelson Gallery, they might just be here from the UP and they're meeting with their state senator at the Capitol. Or you may see a future MSU Spartan walking from the Courtyard by Marriott downtown to the Capitol as a participant in Michigan Youth in Government Days that is held here every year. We have people coming from all over. We'd love to welcome them. You're a part of that, and downtown Lansing is our entryway and our gate. So thank you for being part of it and appreciate you all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Julie. The projects that she just shared are the foundation of Downtown Lansing and our city and our region's future. Yet, as she alluded to, and I think we can all agree, buildings alone don't make a downtown great. The people do. That's why I invited some other neighbors to join me here tonight, neighbors who are living that vision every day. We had hoped to be joined tonight by Pat Gillespie, but a last-minute scheduling conflict kept him from being here. But we are joined by other members of the Gillespie Group team. And what they have done alongside Choose Lansing in creating that list of significant investments and developments in the future of downtown over the next 36 months, bringing $628 million plus of investments into Michigan's downtown. It was worth it. Choose Lansing, Gillespie Group, other local developers and property owners have demonstrated time and time again through the years of their long-lasting commitment to downtown Lansing, to creating physical anchors that help our community flourish. Tonight, I have the honor to be joined by another fellow Lansing leader that I've looked up to, who represents All the Above Hip Hop Academy, Ozay Moore. Ozay and his dedicated team have been intent not just on developing a physical space, but on making space for belonging. And just last year, AOTA chose Downtown Lansing, the location where commerce, community, and culture intersect, as their business home. Both Ozay and Pat, in their own ways, have chosen Downtown Lansing not just as a location, but as a mission. I'm so grateful to have Ozay here to join us tonight. Please join me in welcoming him to the stage.
What's happening? My name is Ozay Moore. I'm the founder and executive director for All the Above Hip Hop Academy. That spot, kitty corner from here. We've only been here since August, and I gotta be honest, we had no intention of moving downtown. We love downtown. However, a lot of what we did was nestled in the communities, right? We're firm believers that the grass is greener wherever you water it, right? So as an organization that was dedicated to centering hip hop culture for youth development, community engagement, and the preservation and advancement of hip hop culture for the purpose of positive social outcomes, it was important for us to first establish that we would be a barrier-free program, meaning and with the way that the city is designed, it meant that we had to go to people. We had to go to our audience. We had to go to our kids, go to our teenagers. And so we were very mobile. We were kind of like this moving target for a long time. If you've heard of AOTA, maybe you didn't know where we were at. You didn't know how to find us. But for the folks who have found us over the last 15 years, we've been able to foster a sense of goodwill and trust with our community. So much so that in August, when we did our ribbon cutting, we didn't know, and thank you DLI for helping us situate this or put that together. We had no idea how many people would show up, but they showed up from the south side, they showed up from the east side, the west side, the north side. They came from Okemos, they came from Holt, they came from Waverly. And we were really blown away because we didn't realize that the energy that we were giving to the community would come back to us in a way where when we situated a space, they would come and fill it and meet us where we were at. And I think that's the beauty of this and being downtown is, whereas we didn't think we'd be here, it has been the best move for us possible. And the bus depot's right behind us. All lines come to downtown. So in the spirit of being accessible and barrier-free, mind you, all of our programming is free, like literally. Parents and families do not pay a dime to be in our programs. And since we've been here, we've watched our numbers increase, substantially. The last 3 seasons we've been here, starting in August, we had our winter program, our fall program, winter program, and we're in the middle of our spring programs. But each season, our numbers are just better than the last season. And they were way better than what they were when we were a moving target. Yeah. And if you ever walk by our space and you're like, I don't even think they're in there. Like, I don't know if you're going to grab like a bagel at the Daily Bagel, or you're grabbing a burrito at Jalapenos, or you're going for lunch at Sultan's, or coffee at Strange Matter. You walk by during the day, we're not there. I can see you can't see me. Let's just put it like that. I'm in the office. I see you walk by, and I always see this. And then you're muttering something like, that's cool, I think. I'm sure you're saying something like, that's sweet. Get my kids involved in this. But what really happens is we are truly alive after 5. We bring families. I think right now, currently, we have about 80 to 90 students enrolled in our programs, and they happen Monday through Friday after 5 o'clock. They're coming down. They're patroning the different businesses and establishments that are open at that time. Shout outs to VegHead for supporting us a whole lot. Shout outs to DLI, thank you so much. And I just want to give a shout out, I know they're not here, but to Sean Elliott, like we had this idea of what we wanted our space to look like when we moved in. And we've been thinking about it, obsessing over it for 15 years. And we moved into what was a pretty rough building, the old Cottage Inn. And we moved in, and he saw the vision and made it happen and helped us, supported us in a variety of different ways in which we've never owned a place, but he gave us so much information on how to hold the place up, how to run the place, and just a huge resource. So I just want to give my flowers to Sean Elliott and the SE Corp folks because we really appreciate their support. And so all of you who support us in the varieties of ways, whether it's sending your kids to our programming or stopping by, hey, if you want to see what we're doing and hear more about what we're doing, feel free to stop by. Again, I can see you. You can't see me. If you come to the window, I'll come let you in. And give you a grand tour of how we use this space truly for youth development and community impact. We're watching kids find their voice, find their confidence, and true to this idea that we were this moving group, we still are planted in Sexton, Everett, and Eastern. We're in Waverly, we're at Post Oak, we work in Dwight Rich. We still have our mobile units going out throughout the community every day of the week, pretty much. But now we get to invite that community downtown to experience all of what you have to offer as well, and we're honored to be a part of that ecosystem. So if you want to see the space, come see me. Appreciate you.
Thank you again to Ozay. So hopefully having some of our guest speakers here, and what you've already heard tonight, shows you that we all have an individual and an important role to play in the transformation of Michigan's downtown. Which brings me to our future state and some other updates that haven't been shared yet. We've talked about the Ovation. You may have seen that construction has already begun on the ground, with building construction coming in the next couple months. The Mikado Club, a culinary accelerator and destination, will support both emerging and legacy businesses, strengthening our restaurant and hospitality industry. The long vacant site at Grand Avenue and Michigan Avenue, it's coming down. I have to say that's right. As a building that has been vacant for 40 plus years, it's coming down to make space for future opportunity. Just last month, 2 Lansing Housing Commission housing sites broke ground on Grand Avenue. New Vision Lansing celebrated their groundbreaking on April 7th. And just yesterday, Mayor Shore and the City of Lansing City Council celebrated the groundbreaking of the new City Hall location, also on Grand Avenue. All of these projects create not only a more dynamic Grand Avenue corridor and Grand Avenue experience, it's further connecting downtown with Rio Town. Because it's not just about downtown, it's about all of our adjoining neighborhoods and how we do this together. Thanks to incredible partners as well at the Capital Region Community Foundation, Parks and Rec, corporate partners, again, the City of Lansing. Lansing's greatest natural asset, our river and our riverfront, is getting the attention that it both needs and deserves. The Riverwalk that connects Old Town to Downtown to Rio Town and parts of East Lansing, it's today an accessible playground, a beach, an attractive Rotary Park, and now imagine a stage for concerts year-round and other attractions. It's coming soon. Again, these are all goals that the community outlined and DLI outlined in our strategic plan, and there's more exciting announcements to come. We have new merchants and businesses joining us. We welcomed AOTA last year. Thank you for that commitment. Jollof, a long anticipated, just across the street, Afro-Caribbean cuisine. They are opening their doors next month. Sea Level, a Flint-based business that is joining a fellow Flint-based business, BB's Boutique, as part of Middle Village. Sea Level is expanding their operations here in our capital city, signaling belief in investment from outside our region. We'll soon be welcoming a new staff member as our community development director at DLI, who will prioritize connecting businesses with resources, with tools, recruiting businesses from across the state of Michigan. So here they can call the capital city their home, and we have that representation from across our state. They'll help with design and public spaces within our downtown neighborhood. And the latest cohort of Middle Village merchants will also be opening soon, bringing more entrepreneurs who want to call downtown Lansing and this city their home. And of course, events are helping shape that spirit of downtown. Seasonal favorites like Trick or Treat on the Square, Bunny Hop are bringing more than 1,000 attendees each year annually for each event. Fundraisers like the newly introduced Big Red Ball are helping not only raise vital funds to fuel downtown's transformation, whether it's along Washington Square, our Stadium District, our riverfront, all downtown, but they're also powering innovative tools that are about to be rolled out, like our new interactive downtown map that will spotlight public art, spotlight your restaurants, spotlight your retail locations, and help us all navigate downtown, even during construction. This is the downtown we're becoming, a downtown with momentum, with movement, with meaningful progress. And with every development, with every business opening, with every event, we're reinforcing downtown's role as Michigan's front door. Because let's be real, as Julie Bankston alluded to, visitors to the capital aren't just seeing Lansing. They're forming impressions of our entire state. We want those impressions to reflect pride, purpose, and potential. So tonight, I'm asking all of you to join me and choose to believe in downtown. Be champions, be volunteers, be innovators, be investors, be storytellers. Because how we talk about ourselves, how we talk about our community, how we show up for each other has a real ripple effect. We tried to make it easy to show your commitment to downtown starting tonight. Hopefully you've signed the pledge for Downtown Lansing. If you have not, please sign the Downtown Lansing pledge before you leave this evening. And as you leave tonight, we're giving you a downtown gift card to show your support for the people and places who make up this downtown neighborhood and help make this community shine. So before we close, I stand before you tonight asking you to join me. Join DLI. Join your neighbors. Call on state and local leaders to commit to long-term investment in Michigan's downtown right here in the capital city. Because this is Michigan's downtown, and it's worth fighting for. So let's keep moving forward together. Thank you and have a good evening.
We'd love if you came to downtown and checked out all the Above Hip Hop Academy. If you hit up Strange Matter, if you get up to Jollof when they're open, you know, Sylvia Sudsery, you know, La Cocina, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many great places to eat downtown. The Nelson Gallery, check out some fine art, you know, and of course, Great Wall Hall, and pretty soon the Ovation. So there's a lot of things coming. There's some things that are here right now that are worth coming to, and things that are coming that you should definitely step out to. So, yeah.